All right. See you in a little bit. Bye.
Jeez. Should have said.
Well, you know how to smooth.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Got to keep the mother line closed,
All
right?
right. Yeah. Well, they say that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, we have to get things big. We got a big annual meeting at 7 o'clock.
You know how long you're gonna take?
I can talk that.
Okay, good. Yep. Sound like an auctioneer.
I think we're live, people.
Is this a new one?
Yes, updated a little bit, so. Oh, we're not gonna get to go by the bell tonight because it's 5 o'clock. Great, okay. So, we will, it's 5 o'clock on February 28th, 2024. We will call the meeting to order. And first agenda is Kaylin with the EDA.
Good evening, Council. We have a relatively short agenda for the EDA tonight. The first thing I will just need, or the board to adopt the EDA agenda. We'll have a motion and a second for that.
Could I get a motion to adopt?
Yeah, so
No second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you. And then the first item in everybody's packet that I'll need approval on is the meeting minutes from January 24th for the EDA board.
I'll move.
Can I get a second? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Awesome, thank you. For the informational report tonight, I just wanted to provide another update on FabTech's TIF. I was able to meet with Kenny Ryan, who's the president and CEO of FabTech, and he signed the investment letter. So following that, we still need to go ahead and get the TIF note signed, and that will be signed by our mayor and city clerk. Then following that, we'll sign the certificate of completion for the contract for development, which kind of acknowledges that all of the things that were promised in the contract have been met and releases the developer from all of his obligations of the contract. And then we will begin payment. So there are only kind of 2 steps in between us, where we are now, and kind of starting to pay FabTech on that TIF. I am just waiting to hear back from Kennedy and Graven on a couple of technical things, like if we need, a resolution to sign the TIF note, or if we can kind of just go in and do that if we know all of the requirements have been met. So we're just kind of waiting on a couple of things. We're hoping to get this closed out over the next month or so, and then begin payments and do that for the next couple of years. Any questions on the TIF? Awesome. And then the only other item we have to look at tonight is the Cranston Heights Park Community Survey. Everybody has a copy of the survey in their packets. It is 1 page front and back. I know we discussed doing maybe a mailer with utility bills. It was just kind of a hard copy of the survey with the QR code on it as well. So people have the option to either, just fill it out and turn it in at City Hall or take it online. I also have included in everybody's packets 3 different kind of marketing materials or flyers. I don't know if, the board has a preference or favorite, but we could hang those up around the community. I could kind of reconfigure them and make it a social media post so we could share on Facebook, things like that. Again, just to encourage people to take the survey and get the word out. We can also do the flyer as a mailer as opposed to the survey. So I think when we initially discussed it, the feeling of the board was they wanted to give everybody as much of an opportunity as possible to take the survey. So just mailing a hard copy would maybe make the most sense. So just kind of looking for feedback if there's a flyer we wanted to use or a format we liked the best, or we wanted to move forward with putting the survey in with utility bills to kind of start collecting feedback. I currently have it listed as ending March 31st, so it's kind of having it open the entire month of March, but also open to feedback on that if we wanted to wait until April to run it when maybe more people were outside, things like that. Just looking for feedback.
I like the idea of like this, like hanging this up in the community somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure how many people would fill out this form and bring it back in here. I think most people, almost everybody has some sort of electronic device that they could scan this.
I just think, if we just wanted to kind of use the flyer and just have hard copies available in City Hall, someone, prefer to pick it up, or maybe we put a downloadable version on the website to give people that option, but I agree, I think people would probably be more inclined to use the QR code than fill it. I think they'd forget about it or throw it away.
I was just trying to think of which one would catch the public eye the most. They all look pretty good, I guess.
Your opinion matters.
I know. The back one's about easy to read.
So you're looking for a motion?
If we
Accept the
want to approve it, or if we'd rather take it to a work meeting and just kind of land on, whether a flyer, how we wanted to distribute it. A motion, if we're looking for approval, I think would be helpful, but, just direction if we want to put it with utility bills or what flyer we like the best.
So, we did somewhat discuss this already at our work meeting.
Right. I think the content is in a good place.
Yeah.
The two changes we had discussed were kind of removing the dog park as an option. So I did that, and then, changing or removing the restriction on ages, so people can select, kind of multiple different age groups. And I rephrased the question on the online survey to say, what ages are represented in your household in this survey, or something along those lines. So, if you're answering for, you have a 2-year-old who likes to use some playground equipment and, yourself. So those were the two updates that I made. So I think the content's in a good place. Again, just kind of thinking about how we want to distribute it, what dates we want it to be open, things like that.
And then these are going directly to you, right?
Correct, and then I'll kind of summarize all the information. Once it closes, I'll provide all the different charts to the board to look at.
Yeah. I think we should just move it forward, and
I think so too.
so I'll make a motion to go ahead and push this forward and start the process and get it out there so we can see what everybody wants. So.
And your preference was to use a flyer versus just mailing out the.
Yeah, just use a flyer. I mean, you can send these flyers out or hang them up throughout the community, and then if they want to come get one, they can come pick one of these up.
Perfect. I'll just print out a stack of those and maybe email them to Chris so we can get it on the website, and then put together social media posts and stuff like that, just to kind of push the word out there.
Okay.
So Chris made a motion, could I get a second?
I'll take it.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
And that is all I have for the EDA tonight. So I think we'll just need a motion to adjourn after that.
Okay. Wednesday, March 13th and Wednesday, March 27th, and those again will be at 5 o'clock. Okay, could I get a motion to adjourn the Goodview Economic Development? So moved. All those in favor? Or did I get a one and a two? Okay, good. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you very much.
All right, this time we'll call the regular Goodview City Council meeting to order. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So you should have in your packets the, well, first of all, let's approve or amend the agenda. Do you have any add-ons?
I'll move to approve the agenda.
Okay, could I get a second?
No second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried, thank you. Approve the minutes from the 1/24/2024. Those were just brought in today. How many do you need? Did you find them?
They were brought in today.
Yeah, Caitlin, yeah, take mine.
Okay, there you go, okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for January 24th.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried to approve the minutes from 1/24. Is there any old business? Oh, new business. Reese, you're up. Thank you.
Long time no see.
Mayor and Council. So I have a few things to work through tonight, so the first one I'll start off with is the Fourth and Broadway Street improvements, so we are working through the final quantities, we're just talking to Jason a little bit, to get that ironed out, so we're working with the contractor to get their final documentation, and then we close the project out, so there will be one more pay application coming in on that, but that'll probably be, I would assume at next month's meeting, so that'll be close to getting closed out. Then the sanitary district, that has been the big project for quite some time that we've all been working very hard on. So the entire team has been working very diligently to get the facilities plan for each community. So each community needs to complete their own facilities plan. So there are 4 total facilities plans. One for the overall North Sunboro Sanitary District, which would be the treatment facility itself, and then the 3 other communities of Pine Island, Goodhue, and Mingo. We're all doing more of a conveyance facility plan for the lift station force main, but then we also are identifying different alternatives for the city should you not go into a sanitary district. So the alternatives that we were looking at, one, we needed to identify can you upgrade the current plant? That's a quick kind of no, it's past its useful life. We are not able to do that. And so then we do have 2 options of building new. And then one option would be, or the final option would be to connect to the sanitary district. So there are costs associated with all of those different options. There will be a public hearing that I'm gonna ask the council to set for March 27th. At that meeting, we'll go into a lot deeper dive on what is all included in that report, including the financials. And kind of the cliff notes right now that we're looking at for the district is that Goodhue would be if we are recommending that we would go into the sanitary district at this time, the cost associated with that is, right now it's looking at about $4.25 million in order for Goodhue to, is what Goodhue's portion of the project would be. So that is, there's a lot of unknowns with the bonding bill, that does not include any additional PSIG grant dollars that we're hoping that we can add on to that. So if all of those come to fruition, then that number obviously goes down. So other options that we're evaluating with the treatment mechanisms, if you were to build your own, you're probably looking at $8 to $12 million to do that on your own. But there are pros and cons to each alternative that we can talk through a little bit further if folks would like. So where the sanitary district is coming, obviously the district is paying for all the engineering, all the upfront, so they're paying a lot on that, and then there's the economy of scale that you get with a lot of that extra work. So with that, there'll be more coming to that. It will impact rates. We can talk through that at the next meeting, but it will go up, and I know we've kind of talked about it in the past, but I think you will really want to consider going on an incremental rate increase so that it's not a complete shock and that you can, build up a little bit of reserve. But we can run through those numbers in more detail at the public hearing. So the facility plan, that is due this Friday, and so we are just putting the finishing touches on that, and then that will be submitted to the MPCA. And then they will plan to probably review it for, I don't think they're gonna be able to get to the review for about a month, but then, you know, I think they're thinking April, they would start the review, and then, they'll provide comments to us, we'll respond to those in a timely manner, and then I think it's by June 30th that everything needs to be completed and finalized for that report with all PCA comments and the city responses. So, those will kind of be the next milestones that we'll see come through on this whole portion here. So with that, I guess, before I move on to the public hearing and the resolution, are there any quick questions that I can answer on the district itself, or?
Would you say that price was 4 point what?
It'll be about 4 1/4. And so, I mean, in the wastewater world, that's pretty low. Comparatively, I know it's still a large number, but
Yeah.
whenever you're talking wastewater, you're talking facilities, you're talking a lot more. So, those prices can quickly escalate. So then moving into the public hearing, so I will be asking for a motion to set a public hearing for 5 p.m. on Wednesday, March 27th. That would be your second regularly scheduled council meeting. During that, like I mentioned, we will be going through, I'll probably have myself and then probably one other person from the whole design team that will provide an actual PowerPoint and a presentation that we can go much further in depth on where things are at. So, just with that, I would ask for a motion to set the public hearing.
Yeah, I'll motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. And then, so we do have the public notices set for the paper, so those will be running the first 2 weeks of March. So those are ready to go. Next piece of this, the sanitary district, as part of identifying a site location. So the city of Zumbrota and a few of the executive committee members have been negotiating with a local landowner in Zumbrota to purchase 43.5 acres at $22,000 per acre. That is to house the new treatment facility. So in your packet, there is the purchase agreement, and the property location is shown in that purchase agreement. So if you know where the current plant is on the north side of the border, as you come in on 58 on the north, it's just across the river to the east, probably, I don't know, a quarter mile or so. That's kind of the northeast corner of town that the new plant would be right along the river there. So it'll be set back a little bit, but they did come to an agreement with that owner, and that financing will come out of the grant that the state had provided. So that was part of the $10 million that the state allocated for the bonding bill. So that's, you know, money that was specifically notated for preliminary design, land acquisition, and legal costs for the whole district. So that will go into the joint powers ownership for the 4 communities involved. So as that takes shape and as the sanitary district gets formed, that'll then move into ownership of the sanitary district itself. So we just need to wait on that until things are a little bit more finalized and we can actually get the facilities plan approved, and then we can start moving into the actual formation of the district, and that's when, you know, it'll truly become a district, I guess. So as part of that, there is a resolution included in the packet, and that would be to approve the purchase for the 43.5 acres, and that total purchase price is $957,000 for the joint powers. And so all 4 of the communities need to sign this and approve this to move forward with the land sale.
Could I get a motion to approve the resolution? Okay.
I'll second.
Second.
Well, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. And then the last one I had was the lead service line, so Public Works Director and I have been discussing about the lead service line. So we have been approved for funding through the Department of Health. So that is part of a statewide and national program that everyone needs to inventory their lead service lines in town. Jason's been doing a lot of work on that recently, and he's making really good progress there. So we are there to assist. There is no cost to the city for that, so this is all funded by the Department of Health. And so we are currently working through contract with the Department of Health to help Jason out with whatever he doesn't have time for or anything we have assistance with. So happy to help there and really help get that done. So that timeline is, we're trying to get that done early this summer. And then I think the final deadline was like October of this year that it must be completed. So there'll be next steps on that, but there has been some good progress already made. That is all I had on my agenda. Is there anything else that I can answer or help with tonight?
So is this done by cameras, or how do you tell if it's lead?
It's a lot of records review. It's as-built. It's boots on the ground. I mean, Jason, I think you put something out in the water bill to ask people to take pictures of their water service. Anything that's been constructed after the 1970, then you're pretty well assured that it's not going to be lead, because that would have been outlawed at that time. But so the newer part of town, we're pretty confident, have good records of. Older parts of town, that's where it gets to be a little bit, there's not as good records or not available. So that's where you really have to do a little bit more investigation. So we'll get everything that we can. There will be some service lines that we won't be able to identify without digging it up. So the grant dollars do not actually fund potholing, so we can't do any destructive testing in the street to confirm some of these, but there are opportunities. Once you get through this program, the next step would be to actually get some dollars for construction and replacement of the service line. So we're anticipating that the state will continue to fund the lead service line program, but that will be on the next funding cycle once that report gets put in statewide. So all the communities across the state are going through this right now, so big topic for everybody.
So we're not alone.
You're not alone.
Do we have anything else for Reese? No? Okay, thank you, Reese.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is to approve the 2024 Volksfest activities as presented at the February 7th, 24 work meeting. And so I've included those. This was submitted to me by Mr. Karen, and it's everything that he had given to us on that day. So, okay. So could I get a motion to approve the Volksfest activities?
I move we approve those activities.
Could I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda is the approval of the 2023 end of year financials. So, these were, I think, in our work packet. If not, they're included here. This is the document that Lisa was working on and gathering all the information. This has to be submitted to the state. Okay, so she put it all together and we have to approve it, so.
This was in our packet.
Yep, and we had looked at it before, so. A lot of numbers,
A lot of big numbers.
but she went through and, yeah, she did a really good job.
Yeah.
And she was able to, fix some things that needed to be fixed. But, she's confident that everything is true and accurate this time. So could I get a motion to approve the 2023 end of year financials?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried, thank you. We'll get that sent off. The next one, this came from the Goodhue Agricultural Department. They're holding their Ag Day. Just to refresh your memory, they closed the street last year for the same reason, so she has submitted this letter to approve the purchase, to approve the road closure on April 12th. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve? So moved. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Motion opposed? Motion carried, thank you. Okay, next on the list is to approve the purchase of turnout gear for the 4 new firefighters. The only thing that we're looking for, Derek, is which of the 3 do you want? Because we didn't
We wanted to go
know
with,
exactly.
yeah, because the one had the masks on it. We have to get the masks.
So there was one, yep, so the masks are included, the gear is, what were the names of the,
Jefferson, McQueen, and Hyman.
yep, so Hyman will be providing, or we're getting the jacket and coat and Nomex hood from Hyman. And everything else will be coming from McQueen.
Oh, okay.
So the helmet, boots, and the mask.
Okay, so it's gonna split.
Yep, and the reason we're doing that is because that way everything's the
All the
same
same,
for everybody
right.
else.
Yep.
Originally, when we bought this gear, it came through one outfit, they've since been bought out, and in order to keep it the same, we gotta go through 2 different outfits.
So what are you getting from Hyman?
The coats,
Yep, Jack.
Yep.
they have the jacket, the pants, and the Nomex hood.
Okay, so you're not getting the fire deck helmet
No,
and the helmet fronts,
no, that's,
not from them.
no.
Okay, so we should cross that off on this one. Okay.
So from McQueen, what's a 14-inch pull-on? Is that the boots?
I believe so.
So you're getting those from
Is it
McQueen?
Globe anywhere on
Yeah.
there?
Yep, well,
Yeah.
Old globe.
And the Globe guard hood with head and neck.
Okay, so the globe is,
Is it the hood with head and neck? Is that
The
coming?
hood should be coming from the other outfit.
yep, that's.
Oh,
the-
that nano
the
hood? Okay.
Nomex, yep, that's the Nomex. You can cross them off there.
Gloves.
so can you give me the amounts from McQueen? Help me out here,
It's
Jason.
gonna be
So we've got,
87,
And
63, and
Throw
66.
another wrench in it. We did have a set of gear that fit perfectly, that was brand new, basically new into one of the guys, so we really only need 3.
okay,
Oh, that's right, Kelby's, yeah, is it? Yep. So, that's some different numbers.
it is.
It's gonna be 1/3 off of each number then, basically. Yeah, you get your
Right.
calculator.
So you want the,
So we got. And yeah, we did, yep, McQueen, that's them them gloves, they're the good ones, right? Yep.
so which ones are you?
There might be, I don't know if the gloves got, if there's gloves on any of them.
Yeah, right here, yep. The Hexamore, I think those are the ones Trav ordered, I said, we had so many different,
What was on the Jefferson quote?
no, they're McQueen. Jefferson was Green Omax.
Was there any gloves on that one?
Oh yeah, rescue glove size 9, yep. Those are $45. Quantity one, no.
So the Jefferson
Rescue
gloves will be
glove.
coming from them, sorry. sorry.
From Jefferson, the gloves?
Without stuff in front of me, I'm sorry, I can't try and shoot from it.
Yep.
So I
This
think
is the other stuff. from
we'll
Jefferson.
probably need, Derek, could you, just go
Itemize it maybe, and
itemize it and we'll,
just approve
we
that.
can go from that.
If it's from 3 different ones.
Yeah, just so
Well,
we know,
yeah.
if you could kind of,
Jefferson, yeah. Hyman, yeah.
Who's getting the helmet? Where's that coming from?
Coming from McQueen.
Yep, it's Hyman.
McQueen's the MSA dealer and MSA Globe.
here's that,
So here's,
so,
Hyman is.
and they can, yeah, they can use Kelby's helmet too, right?
Oh, this
Perfect, that's beautiful.
okay.
That helps. Let's see the helmet on there.
Is it that medium face piece 4-point, is that the helmet?
Yes. I can't imagine that four of them for 400. Oh, I see, yeah, they're $455 each, yep. Yeah, with the neck strap, yep.
We weren't anticipating somebody getting off, so that's when,
Yeah,
that's
that's
when these
kind of,
numbers were made, we were.
right.
Right,
Yeah.
so when did you wanna order these by? So,
Yeah,
if you
actually,
want them out
they've already
with
been fitted for the boots and the helmets. And they're coming in 2 weeks to fit for the rest of the stuff, so it's
okay,
actually already in motion.
okay,
Because we have to, regardless of what happens, we have to do stuff, so.
Right, so I don't know how we can do that, we should sit down with Trav and just go through this and then get everything on one?
Yeah.
Yep, we'll do that, yep.
I think that'd be, but I still think we need to go ahead and approve
Oh,
this,
absolutely.
because they need it to get out
Yeah.
into,
I'll motion
the
to
fields.
approve it so we can get it going.
okay, okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried to approve the turnout gear for the 3
Three members, yeah.
new firefighters, and just get that to us whenever. Is that, those then will be submitted to us, correct, and then we'll pay them? Or
I
have,
can have that arranged.
okay,
That'll work.
Yep, I can have
Unless
it all
the-
arranged.
if you didn't wanna pay it and then have us reimburse you, I think. it's
Well,
fine.
what we do when we do stuff, since the truck association owns everything.
Yep.
A lot of times when the bills come, we write a check out for it and give it to the truck association, that way everything's in there
Through there, yeah.
Oh.
through them. I don't know if this being the city, if that would matter.
Yeah, because we're already, we're gonna approve tonight on the agenda, the physicals. Those have come through the billing, so those are on the bills to be paid, so, I don't know. For record keeping, it might be just easier to keep it, so we can
Yep.
pay it out of
I
the
can
funds.
arrange it so it comes.
Might be
That'd be
easier. Yeah,
perfect,
that-
I think we should have,
Yeah,
instead
that'd make more
of going back
sense.
and forth, okay?
And that was all from that money that came from the state.
Yes. And so, so there's certainly a balance left on that, so we're still, just looking over some things, and
Yeah,
so
because there's
there
some of
can
this-
certainly be some other things, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
Just to add, we did just take about, we just got a donation from the Lions that'll pay about half of,
That was huge for
the money for, for battery auto extrication equipment.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty important thing to the community.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
there's still a very big need for.
a portion of that yet too, yep.
and we can get-
Yep.
Alright. Good. Okay. Good. Put that one in there. Alright, the next on the agenda is to, approve, amend and approve the August 2023 special council meeting
Oh,
to reflect the correct financing. So if you were to look at the minutes on that, it says 36 months.
Yep, 20% down, 36 months.
Right, and what it needs to say is 60. We're not sure where the 36-month financing comes in. So when I talked to Paul at the bank, he just said to go ahead and amend it just say 60 minutes, so then I'll
6
just,
months, yeah.
60 months. Okay? The numbers will change just a little bit, but he wasn't concerned about that, he just needed the 60 months. When I did consult with Mr. Bose, he said, I just asked him if we needed to wait then to approve those minutes to get them to Paul, but he said no, because you're just amending it. So I have to get those back to Paul tomorrow, so could I get a motion to amend and approve?
So move.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried, thank you. Okay, next on the agenda is the e-bills. So, I know that I've talked to Kyle about this. The gas commission, correct me, Chris, that you've gone ahead and approved that?
Yep, we approved a $5 one-time savings if somebody signs up for e-bill, which all that is instead of sending a letter out saying your bills are due, you're getting an email. So you still pay your bills however you want to pay them. It's just all we're doing is sending an email out versus a letter. So
So the cost of postage going up and envelopes going up, and a lot of people are doing that, so. So if you'll notice on the top of the bill, the sample bill that Kyle put in there, it says now through May 31st, if you enroll in paperless billing, you'll receive a one-time $5 credit on your next bill. Okay? So if we needed to and we had good response, we can always extend it. So we'd like to do the same with the water bills as well. It will pay for itself.
Oh, by far, and there's a lot of people that, a majority of them are gonna vote for that.
Saves
That's
a
how
lot
they
of
pay their bills
time
anyway.
too. Costs a lot to stuff all those envelopes. Okay, so any other thoughts on that?
spell check.
On the top? Yep, I just noticed that too. So. Okay,
I mean, I like the idea.
yeah,
It'll work for a lot of people.
good. So,
Yes, lots of people.
could I get a motion to go ahead with the e-bills with $5 one-time sign-up credit? All those, thank you, good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Mr. Hogan. At about
Leaving America.
5 minutes.
Okay.
So talk fast.
No, the reason I'm here is, my wife and I own the property next to our house, which is still Haney shed.
Yep.
It was built in 1950, it's getting really tired, and we like to tear it down and build a new one. And we like to do a 40 by 60 shed, and I have some, shed here.
Nope,
Nope, can't do that?
can't do that. Nope.
Okay, I'm sorry. Nope,
You
okay.
just state what you want,
Okay,
and then we'll
nope.
take it under advisement.
Okay, I didn't know, I just thought I'd get all my P's and
Yep,
Q's here,
so tell us what you want.
So we wanna build a
And then
40 by
we'll-
60 shed.
Yep.
And we wanna do stuff water and sewer in it, and it's gonna be storage shed. So it's gonna have, two big doors, one 12 high, 18, or 24 wide, and the other one's 12 high by 18 feet wide. And stuff water and sewer, cause there's water and sewer right in front of the shed right now, so,
Okay.
so,
Alright,
yeah,
You said 40 by 60?
yes, sir.
40 by 60, 40 by 60. Okay.
And it's gonna, be same size as their house, shingles, it'll look nice.
And if the existing building isn't in no floodplain there anyway, so you should be fine, yep.
Yeah, should be no problem there, yep.
And it would be in 2025.
It'd be 2025, won't be this year, it'd be next year, so. And our contract would be Bruce Goodman.
It's amazing,
Okay.
come early.
Council, can I remind you, at this point, really, we're not supposed to ask questions
Whoops.
to somebody at the podium. This is for them to present their information, and then we'll take it under advisement, we'll discuss it at the meeting,
Work meeting.
at the work meeting.
Perfect.
That's all
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it. There's the shed, I mean, so the shed will be run north and south. And, front, the garage doors be on, face towards the turnaround. And the turnaround right by there, so.
Okay.
Go.
Alright,
Well, kudos for coming early.
alright,
Usually it's the last minute thing.
No, so,
alright,
so that's
thank you.
about it.
And then we'll take those.
Okay.
into
No problem.
those.
This is all the information with it.
Wonderful, that's awesome. Okay,
And, yeah, that should be good.
good, and our next
Thank you.
work meeting is March 13th.
Okay. Come back then? Okay, thank you.
You don't need to come back.
I'll come back.
We'll discuss it. Jason's gonna have to, he'll do his due diligence on that.
Okay.
And if he has any questions, he'll get back to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Perfect,
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. All right, next on the agenda is the vending machine, okay? So what I need, for you to do, Chris, is you have to recuse yourself as a council member right now, and then go to the podium as a citizen, explain what you want, and then come back to the council meeting. Takes a lot to find that all out.
Yeah. Well, hello, Council Mayor. So my idea is to put a vending machine at the pool for not only people at the pool, but people out walking, riding bikes, whatever, have pop, Gatorade, water in it. So that's an idea that I would like to put that there at some point.
And it'll be located,
On the wall of the pool, same exact place as the old one was. It would be on the,
east, west side.
yeah, the wall next to the parking lot there. So,
How long has the other one been gone out of there? Years?
it's been gone for years.
Yes.
Yeah, it was there during the summertime, and then wintertime, they took it out and never returned it. And that one was by Pepsi.
That was a
So it was, Pepsi was paying a rental fee, I'm assuming, and I would do the same exact thing.
Good idea. So then, is yours Chrissy then?
Huh?
Pepsi and Chrissy?
Yep,
Is that how it's
absolutely.
All right, we'll take it before the work meeting. Thank you, Chris.
Perfect.
Number 13. Okay, anything else? Nope, okay. Nobody else has signed in for public comment. Okay, motion to pay the bills. So just to give you a heads up, Julie printed this out. So she has all the bills that were there, ready to be processed. She was here yesterday. So she processed them. The checks have been printed. They're just waiting for approval. And so again, we kind of have to do things a little bit backwards and we have them done while she's here. So, if there's anything,
And on that January 24th one, Jason, that was just Lodemeyer's and Fitzgerald or Tomford was not hauling, or I didn't see anything for them. Was it just the blower and
Oh,
Lodemeyer's
January
truck?
24th, that one snow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just Lodemeyer's, the blower in one truck? Oh, so there
They
was.
were there here, but it was all three.
Okay, I
It
didn't
was
see.
Lodemeyer's.
That's what I was looking earlier. I didn't see
Right here.
it.
another thing.
Oh,
And
yeah, Lodemeyer's.
228.
Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Got them all.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I didn't see it. I looked, I was.
I'll pass that to Chris. This is one that's in there and how that was laid out. So,
What is this from?
this is from the
That
Goodhue
meeting
Community
was-
Fire Truck Association. This is, we pay 22.5%. That's our share. And so we pay this yearly. So Brad Colbert he does all the bookkeeping and the secretary and treasurer for them. So the $4,163.03, kind of like our ambulance share. This is our
For the,
so I just wanted to include that, so you knew where that was coming from.
and at that meeting as well, we did discuss the roof repair on that building. It's gonna need to be done soon. I think the city is responsible for half of that, so. That'll be
On the fire hall.
Yeah, that was amongst the discussion at that meeting, but that's nothing immediate.
Is this a year?
Yeah, it should be annual.
It's the end.
No, it was an annual meeting there, and I think it's
Yeah.
annual.
This
Oh, there it is,
for a
there's the
year.
date, okay,
Yeah,
yep.
January to December.
Yep.
Oh, there's Tom for.
The other one as well, too, is the sheriff's department, that's our monthly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like-
9,700 or
To
whatever.
comment on the sheriff's department, just so you can be able to respond back to the community. I talked with Sheriff Kelly, and they are, providing 3 hours
Oh,
of
that's right. Okay, yeah.
law enforcement as far as their community outreach program to the school. That is not part of our 6 hours a day. So that's in addition to. So I asked him, if you are in the school and something happens in the community, they would definitely respond, even if they're on their community outreach for the schools. But they're two very separate things that they are providing for the schools.
So that you said that's 3 hours a day for the school?
No, a week.
Oh,
I'm
a week,
sorry,
okay.
week. And then we get our 6 hours a day, so, and they might spread it out 2 and 1, however it worked, but he just wanted to let me know.
Did they, I know in the JC's thing up here, did they figure that out with Volksfest? And
Yeah, that's what that was.
He's
covering
coming.
that?
They're going to come to our work meeting.
Okay, cause I thought they were supposed to be here for.
Yeah, and it just wasn't gonna work out, so they're coming on the 13th to discuss that. Couple other things that I'd like to bring up is, if you notice that some of the rugs are gone, Cintas has, we've asked them to take them out, so we wouldn't be billed for March. And so they left 2 rugs and the uniforms, and that's going to be around $35. We have a contract with them. And so we have to stay with that contract. Jason, how long? It's
3 more years?
3 more years, so this still meets our contract obligation, but we save money. So now we're in the process of ordering other rugs, so it saves us a considerable amount of money. The guys still get their uniforms, we get the entryway, and we put the other long one there, and then we're gonna do the other high traffic areas. Okay?
And if it doesn't work out, that you need more rugs in the winter, you just.
They'll bring them,
They'll bring.
we can just add them in.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So, one of the other things that, as far as our phone bill and the Verizon wireless, because I watch that every month and go through and I look at how much we pay for each phone. My phone that I have from Verizon, I usually don't get any phone calls on it, they all call my personal phone, and it's usually telemarketers, so it is not in the best interest to keep it. So I canceled my phone because everybody calls me on my personal phone anyway. So looking at just trying to save some money, and then we'll up that when we get new people on board. So that phone would be deactivated and then we own the phone, so somebody else would be able to use it and get a different phone number. But it just made no sense to spend all that money. They pay $60-some for just my phone a month. Okay? I know that there's been in the past, the previous mayor was paid a stipend to use his personal phone. I'm not interested in that. I'm more interested in saving the city money. So if they call me, that's fine. It's not a big deal.
So do we ever figure out why the gas commission was so much more?
Do they have more than one, or?
Well, right here.
Yeah, 'cause it's 7
I know why.
versus 51.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. Oh, sorry, popped in my head.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, no, it's because of the emergency thing.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yes,
okay,
that's why.
okay,
So
that makes sense.
he has to have it on.
Yep, absolutely. Casey,
Okay. So, alright. Any questions on anything?
Did you ever, Jason, that light pole, did they ever get back with you on that? By the school? Yeah.
It's up, there was
It's
no
in.
charge.
That's
Oh, it's
good.
already up?
It's already up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang.
And it worked.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Oh, I bet it helps a lot,
It's
doesn't it?
helped a lot.
Right by the school.
They put it up Monday.
Okay.
Oh,
Shows you how much I get out.
What do you go in before dark?
I talked to someone today and they were talking that it's very dark by the greenhouse, the parking lot by the greenhouse. It is pitch black when they get out of stuff at school.
For like
So
this,
I'm
after
wondering
the
if there
sports
could be
and,
some-
Board meeting discussion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So, I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.